How do you know if you're building an authentic business? It's a fair question. It's also a big question. It's a big question because authenticity is very subjective. Depends what values you want to align with. And it's a fair question because business is about creating outcomes. It's about delivering something to someone, about delivering value. So how do we know that we're successful? How do we know that we've achieved our goals? How can we prove that we're building a business that serves you as a founder and that makes your life easier, more beautiful, more like the life you want? Maybe you want a life that is about your family, about health, about wealth, about adventure, taking risk. See, all of those options are available to you. And how do you know if you've done this authentically is a very personal answer. So let's explore this question together. First, when you think about authenticity, think about a line. Think about an alignment between who you are, how you act, and your values. Values are how we decide. Values are what we care about. And we really see your values when you are in action, when you're in movement. You can tell me all day long what your values are, but until I see you walk your talk, I have all rights to be not skeptical, but to doubt that you actually live your values. Really, it's like those big companies who have grandiose value statements and beautiful things, in paper, on plaque, on billboards. And then when you look at how teams operate or how people deal with, say, customer service issues, you realize that no one has any idea really how to activate those values. So the first thing about alignment, about authenticity, is that alignment between what you preach, what you value, and how you act. Authenticity in itself is not a noble value. If you think about it, noble values like love are by definition noble. Love is noble. Love is what humans are made of. It's the essence of who we are, and that's why we symbolizes with the heart, because we know that the heart is at the core of who we are. It's at the center of our body. But authenticity is relative. You can be an authentically good person, and you can also be an authentically evil person. You can be an authentic crook, an authentic serial killer, an authentic polluter. Your organization can be authentically taking advantage of natural resources and be proud of it, making a profit for it, and then, however, communicate inauthentically about the fact that you're a great organization, great company, and do what's called greenwashing. So how do you know that you're building an authentic business? Is when you feel like your actions, decisions, messages, your clients all align with your core value, and that starts with you. That starts with you, the leader, the entrepreneur, the person who's at the helm of this organization, because you are in charge of that alignment. You're in charge of defining it. You're in charge of executing on it. Now, besides this alignment, besides that, how do we know in a moment's time, in a day-to-day operations, that we work authentically? Well, it's very simple and yet very difficult, almost very complex. You know when you are authentic because you feel it, because your body resonates with it, because you can really sense in your mind, in your heart, sometimes in your arms, in your back, your legs, everywhere, that something feels right or feels off. One or the other. But when things are aligned, when things ring true, when things feel good, when you can tell that you're doing something that is true to who you are, true to who your team is, true to who your clients are, how can you demonstrate it? It's just a sense, it's just a feeling. And it's so interesting to see that so many of us entrepreneurs try to demonstrate that we're doing the right thing with logic, when in fact, we can only tell if we're doing the right thing, what rings true, what feels authentic, through our emotions. Emotions are here to tell us that we're doing something that feels right. In fact, the first thing that comes out of your body, and anything you do in your day, even when you're building a complex financial spreadsheet or helping a client or being an advisor, building slides, doing videos, creating any sort of methodology, is first your senses, your emotions. Emotions are the stage before reason. Emotions are what comes out of us in a nanosecond, in the fraction of a second, because that's how we work. Emotions help us in protecting us, right? When we cross a street and all of a sudden a vehicle comes from our right, our left, we feel the fear, and our body, we don't even have time to think. We just react, we just respond immediately. And that's our heart responding immediately to risk and fear. It goes with all of the emotions, the positive ones and the negative ones, the anger and the enthusiasm, for instance. So this is how you know that you're building an authentic business, is through the filter of your emotions. Now, you better be able to detect those emotions, better be able to recognize them. Maybe they come through different sensations, maybe they come through different feelings, through conversations that you have with everyone you work with. Maybe they come as you think about something about your business and your life. There's all sorts of methods, but I'm not going to make the list here. I have other videos for that, other areas, or join some of my live workshops, my programs, and so on. But back to that core question: how do we know that we are building an authentic business? It is through our body. That's the core metric. It just feels right. Now, one key idea that I've been really developing and honing lately is now becoming the center of my perspective, is that really authenticity is action. And it is so fascinating that also we see that in the language. I just explained why I believe that measuring authenticity has to be through emotions. Well, if you look at the word emotions, emotion, émotion en français. Emotions are what comes out of a process of expressing to put you in motion. It's all about action. That's why I say that authenticity is about taking action. You can spend all the time you want reflecting on who you are and being authentic. You can attend any retreat you want, and yet another Zen meditation retreat. You can develop creative art, books. You can develop anything you want in your closet, in a vacuum. If you don't go out there, if you don't take the first step to go out to the world and show your creation to people, if you don't take action, you are less likely to find what rings true to you and to others. You're less likely to touch and align with your authentic self. So what could be actions that you can take in your business to create an authentic business? Maybe it's launching a new service. Maybe it's deciding not to work with specific kind of clients. Maybe it's starting an email list. Maybe it's approaching potential clients with a completely different mindset, maybe a mindset of more curiosity, more openness, and asking what people are really in need, or what they want, what they're willing, what they're accepted, what feels acceptable for them to pay, through genuine and authentic market discovery conversations. Maybe it's about doing authentic webinars. You know, I teach authentic webinars. Maybe that's the way you take action. Maybe it's about redesigning your services. Maybe it's about taking care of your health, working less, building a new schedule. Maybe it's about your productivity. Maybe it's about your inner narrative as you hop on yet another sales call and you hear the voice of the saboteurs wanting you to discount your services for not really a good reason. Maybe it's about the people you hire. Maybe you need to take different actions. Maybe you need to fire somebody in your team that doesn't align with the authentic nature of your business. Actions can be so many, and all of them create a story that combined creates the narrative, the system of stories that makes your business. This is through action that you measure authenticity. I hope that this video, this short video on a big topic like authenticity, helps you now start seeing how you can build a more authentic business in an authentic way and really move beyond just the buzzwords or the false promise of a more ethical, a more positive, a more healthy, sustainable business community that we live in. I hope you join this movement. I hope you're interested in this topic and that you start taking action so that you can become your authentic entrepreneur self that you should really be. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I welcome your questions and comment. I hope this helps.